Hello again, it's Jennifer with Watercolor Girlfriend, and today we're going to talk about doing paintings of things like patterns. And you see patterns out in the world, and maybe you're outside painting. It doesn't have to be something you make up. You could look at a pattern that's in a roof line, which is what I'm going to show you today, or patterns in leaves, patterns on a pier or a porch or something, and you can translate that into your watercolor painting. We are also going to work with a new media. If you haven't worked with it yet, it's very nice. It can help alleviate some of the issues when you want to create white by kind of working in reverse, where you cover it up. So it's called Frisket. This one is called masking fluid. They're basically the same thing. Let's see if you can see that. Not cheap. You see that price? $12. And I guess that was probably at the beginning of 2023. And I had to order that in order to get that. But, you know, it lasts a while. But, if you use it a lot, it's going to go, look, there's already like, I haven't used that much. 3/4 of a bottle left. Anyway, so there's Frisket, masking fluid. So we will work with that today. And this is what we're going to work on. We're going to look around. I like to do it outside and look at things like I mentioned earlier and do a little painting of a pattern. And you can add all your own colors. It doesn't have to be what you see out in the world. You can just use it as an inspiration. I think that's a lot of fun and an interesting way to spend your time with your watercolor paints. And I think we'll just head right in. And you can see in the beginning, I draw it out with pencil. Then I go over it with my ink pen. And I've chosen one and let it dry just a little bit so that it doesn't bleed. And then I will be doing the Frisket. You'll see that in the second, third step there, and then we'll head into painting, and then you'll see me remove the fluid as well. And you'll see the whole process there. I've sped up some, but if you want to speed up any more, go for it. And I'll chat a little bit in the video, and we'll enjoy. Bye. So you can tell I'm kind of the kind of gal that just goes for it. I don't really love the realism kind of look, and I don't really find it necessary to draw straight lines with a ruler. I'm more into an organic feel. But here we have started with the masking fluid, or Frisket as it's also called, and you see I just put some in the cap and I'm just dabbing it on, and try to stick with a brush specifically for this kind of thing because it will gum up and you really won't be able to use it for much else. And then try to really rinse it well when you're done, and it'll dry pretty quick. If it doesn't, either wait or use your hair dryer, that would be fine. It won't melt it or anything. It'll just dry it nicely. And we're just gonna head in, and like I've said in many of my videos, I just like to jump in. Just whatever feels right and fun. I don't really like to overthink it or take it so seriously that it holds me back, or it takes so long that I can't finish a painting in half an hour. So I'm just gonna step away for a little bit and let you enjoy watching me paint this, and I'll probably come back when we are finished and want to remove the Frisket. You will notice that in the top left area of the painting, I did put some of the masking fluid in a spot I didn't really want it to be in, so I will fix that, but you'll see that as we move ahead. Okay, enjoy. you can see where the error is made in the left-hand side there with the masking fluid. And you know, I'm fine with that. I'm just gonna come back later after I remove it and testing it out, make sure that it's dry in that area. And going back to the error I made, I'm just going to, you know, fix that after I remove the fluid. And you can see, look, I did it more than once. In the bottom right where I'm painting right now, I put too much of the masking fluid down. No big deal. We'll just adjust it when we take the masking fluid off. I'm kind of just getting rid of it. It won't dry. It'll just sit on top of that forever. It'll take a long time to dry. So we're just gonna keep moving forward, but I also wanted to pop in and say you could follow me on Instagram and we could connect over there. You could send me your handle and we could follow each other. I would love that. And I'm just Watercolor Girlfriend over there. Real easy to find. And I always like it if you leave some questions, and you can leave questions over at the Instagram. Leave some questions on Instagram, that's fine, or here if you have any questions about the tools I'm using or the subject matter, or how to get out and, you know, paint on location. That can be a lot of fun. All right, I'll let you watch a little bit more. I'm going to wrap up this part and I'm going to dry the painting so that I can get right into taking the masking fluid off, so I don't have to find something else to do and wait. But you also notice I have a little piece of paper there on the left. I always like to get rid of some of the color off of my brush before I use the water. You can see how quickly it gets dirty. And you can have 2 or 3 pots of water available to clean your brush. That works great as well. Sometimes I will cut up these pages and use them for bookmarks or put them on cards to send to people. They can be really fun and interesting to adorn cards and stuff. holiday cards or just stuff in general like that. So you can see I'm removing the Frisket, and you just, if you remember using rubber cement, it's very, very similar. Don't leave it for a really long time. It will start to adhere to the paper and maybe even start to pull it and tear the paper. This paper in itself isn't a real heavy paper, so it maybe made it pill a little bit in some places. So if you use a stronger, heavier paper, it will reduce that as well. But now I fixed the problem in the bottom. I just painted what I wanted instead of where the fluid was, and avoided that. And now I will paint the blue areas, and then I'll come back and I'll do the brown that I missed up above. If you want to come back and make anything darker or add any interesting details to your texture, I just like to enrich the color some after it has dried. So after adding a little more interest to the painting, it's pretty much wrapping up. I hope this encourages you to go out and paint some of the cool patterns that you see in everyday life, and encourages you to go outside and do some painting. Have a great day and happy painting.